Hey YouTube, this is Cape Cod Cuda, and this is a 1969 Honda CB350. I just found this on Craigslist, and the guy came and dropped it off, so I wasn't able to go out there and look at it. He called me up, and I had emailed him on it. He was asking $450 for it. So I emailed him on it and asked if he had a title on it and stuff like that. And I waited for a reply. 2 days had went by, and he just called me up and he said, "Hey man, I got somebody interested in the bike. I wanted to call you and see if you were still interested in the bike." And I said, "Yeah, I'm still interested in the bike." And I was at a friend's house. So I said, I said, "Is that guy right there right now?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, let me talk to my buddy and see when he's going to be done spraying his yard, and we'll shoot over there and I'll go look at it." And he said, "Well, I can load it up on my truck and deliver it to you." And I said, "Yeah? You don't mind?" He said, "Nope." I said, "Okay." Well, he had told me that he'd take $300 for the bike. So I thought $300 was, you know, he did advertised it for $450. I had showed pictures of it to a friend of mine, and he said, "Oh, no, we'll try to get it for like $300, $250. So I said, "Okay." I'm not much of a negotiator. When somebody tells me that they want $450 for something or whatever like that, and I'm looking at it and I kind of have interest in it, if I have that interest, I'll usually just buy it. But I was thinking of offering them like $300 for it, and he called me up and he was offering it to me for the $300. So I said, "Yeah, okay," and delivered. So I didn't have to bother my buddy to go get it. So I know I'm rambling here. Anyways, the guy just dropped it off. This is the first time I'm looking at it. He just left. I didn't even really look at it. I had to meet him at the house, and he got here before I did. So I just gave him his $300 and he took off. And now I'm looking at the bike. And when I got out of the car, it does look rough to me. It's, you know, I'm down here in Florida. He called me from the coastline, Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor, and so this could be because it's been sitting outside, or this could even be sitting in a carport, sitting outside because of the rust. But anyways, it looks like it has a lot of surface rust. The rims look pretty tough. The newer rims go aluminum. I was watching some videos. You can update the front end to better shocks and stuff like that. But I was interested in these early CB Hondas. So I was, this is the first motorcycle that I learned how to drive on. It was a CB350, and I was shocked when I seen it on there for the 450, being a 69. It's one of the early model Hondas that came into the country, so I was pretty happy to see it. I don't think the condition is that bad. As you can see, it's got 1974 expiration stickers on it. It's got a 1975 plate on it. So this bike's been sitting probably since 1975. I would think so because of the plate and this inspection sticker. This lens is in really nice shape. And he told me that he had a storage unit and that he buys storage units and stuff like that, but this bike was there, and that's how he inquired it. He does antiquing, and he wanted to buy some antiques for me and asked me about antiques, and he told me he'd give me a call and send me pictures of motorcycles that he comes across. And this tank, I'll show you inside the tank if I can, but inside the tank looks brand new. Underneath looks nice. I can feel the finish on it. There's no rust underneath. It's this surface rust right here. And some of this will clean up. I can see this is just like brown on there. But inside the tank look really nice. Look at the gauges. Sun beaded, so maybe it wasn't in direct sunlight, because this isn't hazed over at all. And it says, what's that, 12,000 miles? 12855 with the white 9. So this one, yeah, because I guess the gauges changed. I was just watching videos on YouTube the other day after I saw this bike, and the gauge had changed during the years, and this is an early model gauge for the 69s. I think in 70, I think the guy said it dropped to like 8,500 RPMs. Those gauges are nice. He didn't have the handlebars. At first, I thought the ad said he had the handlebars, but I think the handlebars are only like $35 on eBay. I was just looking at the threads. The threads aren't damaged on the risers. I'm looking at the risers. Too bad I didn't have the top of the risers. The frame looks really solid. I'm actually really happy with this. Even though it looks rough, it looks just to be a little weathered. This stator cover is loose and upside down. Oh, it's made upside down, I guess. But I see the screws look like they're backed out a little. I seen they sell all the cables. The cables weren't that expensive. I believe I seen them for like $40. Here's another sticker, State of Florida, 1974. There's another sticker underneath it. Look at that's dirt. That's that's more dirt than rust. Still get the original tires on them. They're dry rotted. Look at the tread on that tire. Yeah, I might be able to take these fenders off and dip them in vinegar for a while, and a lot of that will come off. This bike should clean up pretty good, I would think. I think there's a lot of dirt on it. And rust. I could take the stuff off. I wish it had the headlight bucket. That would have been nice if it had the headlight bucket on it. They're different between 69 and 70. But I've seen those too. Not for that much money, under $100. The 69, I believe it's smaller, they were saying, in 69, and then they went to a bigger headlight. I think that's what the guy said. It came with the keys. The key, I got the original key right here. I know this video is long. I'm kind of checking it out for the first time. That you guys are checking it out, and if anybody wants me to do a video on any kind of particular part on the bike, just let me know, and tell me what you think. Do you think it was worth $300? Airbox. There's supposed to be another cover on this side too, I believe, and it doesn't have it. I noticed some of the bikes don't just run open airboxes. I noticed some of the bikes have a little rubber mat that goes right here, and this one doesn't have the rubber mats. What is it? This is a CB, and the other one was a SL, I think they call it, with the scrambler exhaust that comes up higher, more of an enduro exhaust. The exhaust, I hope this exhaust cleans up nice. You see, this is really coming. Do you see that? It's not, it's dirt. There's a lot of dirt on this bike because I'm knocking away some of the spots that look like rust. You see that right there? So this bike just has a lot of dirt on it, and gonna clean up nice, I believe. Yeah, because this is an aluminum fender. This is aluminum fender. This is some kind of dirt on here. This is. See, the underneath isn't rusty. Well, I'm gonna have to investigate, because this is an aluminum fender. This might be some kind of. You see that? Some kind of poop on there. Animal poop or something. You see that? How I'm scratching it off? This bike needs a good cleaning. Alright, you see this big brown piece right here? You see that? I'm going to scratch it off. You see that? It's not rust. It's dirt on there. Some caked up, some kind of animal poop. Maybe it's chicken poop or something, you know? Birds. Rats. Cool. The seat. Oh, wow. Can you see how soft that seat is? Can you see that? Oh, man. Oh, man, that seat's going to clean up beautiful. I mean, can you guys see? I was thinking the seat was hard. I was even afraid to touch it. I was like, I'm going to touch that seat and it's going to crack on me. Man, that's unbelievable. I'm getting happier and happier. You see how soft that is? That's a good deal right there. $300. Right, there's a little spot in the tank right there. Man, this thing's gonna clean up. These hoses, the hoses aren't even that dry. I mean, they're dry, but they're not like super dry. They're moving. Oh, that one's a little hard. Man, I'm pretty happy. That's dirt. That's some kind of. This must have been sitting in a barn. I should have asked more questions about it. The kickstart's missing. The kickstart's missing. I probably picked that up pretty cheap. I didn't even test the motor or nothing. I got out of the car and I handed the guy the $300 because I figured that I could strip it down and stuff like that and clean things up and sandblast the frame down or whatever like that and re-powder coat it, you know, and that I was going to get my $300 out of it some way if I had to part it out. And the more I look at it, the more I'm being happy with the purchase. The bike is all original. Really cool. Got this collector's plate on the back, 1975. It's a nice piece right there. I mean, somebody with a 75 motorcycle from Florida would love to have that plate. Down here you can register cars with model year plates. I have a 1970 Chevelle and I bought a 1970 Florida license plate, and it cost, I think they told me $60 or $70 to use that plate. They run the plate to make sure it's they want to see the plate. You got to send it out to St. Augustine down here in Florida. I mean, no, Tallahassee. I'm sorry, Tallahassee, and they approve that it's a real plate, and then $60 or $70 they'll let you use that plate. Man, I'd be really happy if this exhaust cleans up, because exhausts are really expensive. Even an aftermarket is about $300. And you see that? That is dirty, poopy stuff. You see that? That's coming right off. There's no... Yes, this is beautiful. I gotta make a vat of probably vinegar water and just let parts soak. I really just give this thing a good douching. This is pretty cool. The Y harness. They make all this stuff aftermarket, and you know, you can still buy some Honda stuff. I was seeing parts from Honda and they weren't that expensive. It'd be nice if this fender could clean up. It's thick on the fender. Look at that. Coming off the fender too. Is the front one aluminum too? Are these both aluminum? I can't tell. Man, this is gonna clean up. What do you guys think? Like, pretty cool. I don't know if I've been really focusing in on where I've been at, but I'm really happy with this. Is that the way the texture is on this cap? Kind of gritty. Some nice gauges. Cape Cod signing out. Thanks for watching. 1969 Honda CB350. And I was watching a video. A guy said that he thought this was from another bike. He had it on his bike, but it looks like it comes on this bike. And this is some kind of holder, huh? What goes there? Your helmet? Looks kind of big for a helmet holder. Thanks for watching, guys. Cape Cod signing out. If you want me to show you any kind of spot on the motorcycle, whatever like that, I will. I was noticing on all the nuts and bolts, none of them seem to be stripped at all. And I wish I had that headlight. That headlight would be nice. Cape Cod signing out. Thanks for watching.